Hi, y'all. This feels really loud in the monitor, but if you could turn the monitor down, that would be awesome. It's the aux one, I think. Thank you. It's good to be back with you all. When I asked for a 3-month break in October, I was pretty much at the end of my rope. I had started a new job at Prospect Sierra or a new position at Prospect Sierra doing 6th grade math. Raphael's in my class, an amazing math student. You should ask him. He's an amazing math student. And not realizing that it would take like 60 hours of work a week, just doing school. So when Raphael goes home to do math homework, so do I. And I do math homework to prepare for the day. But basically, by the end of October, I was pretty spent. So I asked for a 3-month leave of absence from Haven, not so much to learn and grow, but to rest. And in my resting, I don't know what I learned. I feel like I'm at school. Your movements is distracting me. Don't I say that, Raphael? Okay, here we go. I wrote stuff, but I didn't want to read what I wrote because I don't think I could do this well. So I'm going to just say what's in my heart. I have decided to step away from Haven and leave Haven. This will be my last month with you all. I did not come to this decision really easily. It's been a long process from the very moment I stepped into Haven. Do I belong here? Do I belong here? Should I leave? Should I leave? Do I belong here? Should I leave? But I also know that I needed to be here, and I also know that I would not be where I am without having been here at Haven. I learned so much over the last 4 or 5, I say 4 years because I think what I've learned at Prospect Sierra School and at Haven has taught me so much about my own racial identity. Before Prospect Sierra, I never understood what a person of color was, let alone that I could be called a person of color. And so over the last 3 years, my learning curve has been like this, and just a deep learning into understanding what my own racial identity is and what it means to be in a faith community, in a faith that I was grown up in, to come to realization that I was always a perpetual outsider in a place that I always thought I fit if I acted and behaved a certain way. And so for me, to step away from Haven is to do some more of this work of deconstruction, of understanding how I could fit in a faith and believe in a God that can see me as a person of color. And I know some of y'all are thinking, why can't this happen at Haven? I think as I have been here trying to understand my voice and place and understanding of what it means to be a person of color at Haven, I think there's just too many remnants of whiteness even here in this progressive space, because that could happen. And I think for my own health and my own well-being, I think at this time I need to step away. I still want to be in conversation and in relationship with y'all because to me that's what church is, the relationships and the people, not so much this form, not so much the structure, not so much it's the teaching, but who we are as people and how the divine shows up in each one of us. So I say all this with a really sad heart, and knowing that this transition is not easy for me, and I know it's not easy for you all, but I appreciate the opportunity to serve here with you all, to grow and to learn, and the space you all allow me to peace out for 3 months to come back to say I need to leave. That's so much grace and support that you've offered me, and I don't take that for granted. So thank you. Before I hand it back, I want to lead us, I shift to giving an announcement. I don't think we've met in person since the tragedies of Monterey Park or Half Moon Bay happened. And as a person of color in this space, and knowing that it's Black History Month, I just want to pause and reflect and know that we can create space in here to hold some of the hard things. So those of you who identify as Asian, I hold you in my hearts because I know to process this isn't easy, to understand the trauma. And those of you who identify as Black, to understand what it means to have another violent attack on Tyree Nichols, who is such a beautiful person. And so to honor Black History Month and all that's going on, I'd like to read from cult author Riley. She writes the Black Liturgies on Instagram, and just to honor Black History Month this way. Wonder includes the capacity to be in awe of humanity, even your own. It allows us to jettison the dangerous belief that things worthy of wonder can only be located on nature hikes or in scenic overlooks. This can distract us from the beauty flowing through us daily. For every second that our organs and bones sustain us is a miracle. When those bones heal, when our wounds scab over, this is our call to marvel at our bodies, their regeneration, their stability or frailty. This grows our sense of dignity, to be able to marvel at the face of our own neighbor with the same awe we have for the mountaintop. The sunlight refracting this manner of vision is what will keep us from destroying each other. Our caution is not to become those who focus on beauty in order to dismiss tragedy or disguise feelings of their own inadequacy. When we ourselves feel ugly and insignificant, or the pain of the world feels unbearable, it can be very comforting to talk of mountains and sunsets. We train our focus on beauty here or there, this poem, this architecture, because it is easier than bearing witness to our own story. We begin to gravitate not toward beauty, but toward illusion. In this state, you are not approaching what you seek. You are running from your own face. But this is not the way of wonder. Wonder requires a person not to forget themselves, but to feel themselves so acutely that their connectedness to every created thing comes into focus. In sacred awe, we are part of the story. And may you find the divine in each face that you look at today.